poppin' YouTube? It's your girl Bo J, and I am back with another story time. As you can read from the title, I will be talking about how I dated my ex's best friend. Let's get into it, boo. Okay, so boom. My ex and I were at the same school at this time, and he was moving to a different district. And instead of trying to make it work, he broke up with me, right? I was devastated. But then I was also upset because when he got to his new school, he already had a new girlfriend. So y'all do the math. I put 2 and 2 together and got 6, okay? Because I found out some other stuff. But that's all right. It was cool. So when I tell you I was devastated, I didn't really want to talk to anyone. I was moping around school. My friends were trying to cheer me up. Nothing was working or anything. So I was cool with his friends. First mistake. Ladies, your man friend is not your friend. I'm gonna just put that out there. Take it how you want it. Don't get in my comments crying, oh, no. Your man's friends is not your friend, honey. His loyalty lies with him. The same way your girl's loyalty lies with you. Moving on. So, I don't know how we ended up exchanging numbers. Maybe it was through Instagram or Facebook or something. But he put it on thick, baby. He was like, I know you're probably sad right now because Tyrell left, but I'm here for you. We're going to call him Mason. Mason was like, I'm here for you if you ever want to just talk to someone, blase, blase. So I fell for the trap. I fell for the old okie doke, and we started communicating and kicking it. And he was making me laugh and blase, blase, since I'm feeling some kind of way because Tyrell done moved and he already got a new girlfriend. So I'm like, you know what? Tyrell has been doing me dirty. So I'm going to do Tyrell dirty. And Mason ended up confessing his feelings for me. He was like, oh, I've been liking you since whoop, whoop. And I'm like, okay, you're really playing into my plan, right? Right. And so I was like, okay, well, before we get together, y'all, this was a mess. I said, before we get together, I need you to know 3 things. 1, I am not over Tyrell. 2, I am not over Tyrell. And 3, I am not over Tyrell. If Tyrell was to come back to the school tomorrow, we're done and I'm getting back with him, period. And Mason was cool with that. He was like, cool, okay. So me and Mason started kicking it. And I noticed that Tyrell other friends were feeling some kind of way. But baby, I did not care. Because when Tyrell was doing his dirt, y'all wasn't lacing me up on it. So I was moving the way I wanted to move at this point. I was like, it is what it is. I'm going to fight fire with fire. So me and Mason was kicking it or whatever. And he kept pressing me to like be his girlfriend. I didn't want to be your girlfriend. I wanted to be Tyrell's girlfriend. I just wanted to be with you to get a rise out of Tyrell. And so I finally caved in and I gave him a kiss. And we only kissed once and that was it. Other than that, it was like a hug or something. But that was it. He was a good kisser. He was. If I had to choose out of him and Tyrell, definitely Mason. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, so Tyrell's brother and I were in the same grade. And I had classes with Tyrell's brother. So one day I'm walking in the hallway, you know, flossing and bossing. And I see Tyrell's brother. We'll call him TJ. And so TJ is like, hey. I'm like, hey, TJ. He said, you seen Tyrell? I was like, no, he moved. He was like, nah, he back. And when I tell y'all, my heart started beating so fast, it dropped to the bottom of my behind. I was like, OMG, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm dating Mason, Tyrell is back. Like, what? So Mason and I only dated for like 3 weeks. And I had texted Mason. When TJ told me about Tyrell, I texted Mason. I was like, hey, we need to meet up. We need to talk. He was like, okay. So I told him, I was like, okay, meet me by the gym or whatever. So we met up and I was like, look, I know that you know Tyrell is back. so we're done. Like, this is over. I'm getting back with Tyrell. And he was like, okay, well, I can't really be mad at you for that, even though I really did like you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all that, boo-boo. So I was like, okay, we need to tell Tyrell. And Mason was like, no. I was like, what? He was like, he don't need to know. I'm like, what, bro? This is your best friend. What do you mean he don't need to know? He was like, yeah, nah, I'm not telling him. I was like, you need to tell him because it's going to get back to him. And I'd rather we tell him than one of y'all other friends. He was like, nah, I ain't telling him nothing. It ain't none of his business. I'm like, Mason, you must actually hate me instead of like me. You know how I feel about Tyrell. So why would you not? Okay. I was like, that's fine. If you don't tell him, I will. He was like, all right, do whatever you want to do. So I text Tyrell and I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, hey, what's up? I was like, we need to talk. And he was like, okay. I said, so basically when you moved, Mason and I became really close and we dated for like 3 weeks. I only kissed him and that was it. He was like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, so are we going to get back together or what? This man tell me, let me talk to Mason first since she was his girl. I want to make sure he cool with it. Tyrell, I was your girlfriend first. Honestly, the relationship with Mason don't count. It really wasn't a relationship. It was more like a free trial. That's what it really was. So you telling me that you got to talk to Mason to ask him to get back with your girlfriend? I was with you longer than I was with Mason. So y'all, I was toe up from the flow up. I don't know. It was a holiday weekend, so we didn't go to school Monday. I cried all weekend long. I was like, this man is not finna get back with me. This man is not finna get back. I didn't date his best friend. Why did I do that? Blase. Whoop. I was like, oh my gosh. He's not finna get back with me. So Tuesday roll around, and I see Tyrell in the hallway, and I see him see me see him. And my eyes are still like a little puffy. I'm still a little sad or whatever. And so he walks up to me and he hugs me. I'm smiling because that's like a little, you know. We had some good times, bro. Like when I snuck off to the Halloween. Okay. That's a different story time. But yeah, so he came over and he gave me a hug. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I've been missing you. Like, you moved and, you know, I didn't mean to try to hurt you by talking to Mason. He was just there to like comfort me or whatever. And so he was like, yeah, I talked to him or whatever, and he cool or whatever, so we could get back together. And I was like a candy. I was like a toddler in a candy store, honey. I was so happy to have my man back. Y'all don't even know. I was so happy to have my man back. Did it last long? Absolutely not. He probably ended up cheating again or something. But yeah, that's the story time of when I dated my best friend's ex. I don't communicate with none of them. Shorty be sending me unsolicited pics in my DMs. I had to block him. I was like, baby, I didn't ask for that. Don't send that. And I ain't the only person he be sending it to, but that's T on the other end. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers, so I'm excited about that. Thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me. Please give me suggestions on what kind of videos you guys want to see. Like, if you want to see challenges, reactions, pranks, skits, let me know, because I'm down with all of that. All of that, I'm down with all of that, okay? Remember that I love you guys to death, but I definitely won't take a bullet for you. And I'm out. Peace.